Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aisha. I'm a certified trauma-informed coach and manifestation guide. If you hear that buzzing in the background, that's just because I am on my lunch break at work and I just really want to make this video. So I know a lot of us get really caught up in the techniques. We are constantly asking ourselves, like, how do we manifest? How do we get the thing? What do? We want to take action. We want to feel like we're doing something. We want to feel like we're in control. We want to feel like we are taking hold of our circumstances and we're deciding where to steer the ship. And while affirmations and scripting and visualizing work, while all the methods work, as long as you believe they work, it's the belief that makes them work. So you can be affirming, but then if you turn around and go, well, it's not working, then it's not going to work. Or if you start scripting and you're really dedicated and you journal for like 30 days and you're getting really deep into the scripting and you're getting very detailed and you're really believing it while you're scripting, and then the rest of the day you're telling yourself stories that contradict everything you've been scripting, it's not going to work. And the same goes for visualization, where if you are sitting in meditation and you're imagining these scenes of you being with your SP or you being at your dream weight in your dream body, or you're driving the car you want to drive and you're living in the house you want to live in, or whatever it is you're trying to manifest, if you only feel it real while you're in the visualization, if you only feel like it's actually happening for you while you're doing the technique, and then you turn around and basically like fill your brain with the opposite of that, it's not going to manifest. So you're affirming, but are you believing? You're scripting, but are you believing? You're visualizing, but are you believing? Because it is the belief that manifests. It's not so much what you think about one time here and there. It's not so much how you feel emotionally about your desires. It's not even what you tell yourself throughout the day. It's what are you believing that you're telling yourself throughout the day. Because like, especially when I had just started my manifestation journey and I was focused on weight loss, it was hard in the beginning for me to believe that I was losing weight. It was hard for me to believe that I was manifesting these results that I have now created. It was difficult for me to feel convinced that that was actually what was happening for me until I saw the proof outside of myself. But I persisted until I saw the proof. Like, I persisted even when the proof wasn't there. I persisted even when I saw the scale go up. I persisted even when I felt my clothes fitting even tighter than they were when I started manifesting weight loss. Like, I just refused flat out to believe anything but the fact that I was losing weight. The same goes for when I manifested my SP, my now husband. I had so many circumstances where like the situation told me like, this isn't working, it's never going to happen. Sorry, let me adjust the camera. The situation is never going to happen, it's never going to get better. Like, you're not getting what you want. Like, the circumstances aren't changing. Like, basically, like, everything I saw around me, everything I was feeling, like, experiencing with my eyes and my ears and feeling in my body emotionally, was telling me, you're not getting what you want. This isn't manifesting for you. This isn't working. You're wasting your time. You're not seeing results. And I flat out said, I don't believe you. Whatever you have to say, brain, I don't believe you. All the lies that you're telling me right now, I don't believe you. Every time you're trying to convince me that it's not working, I'm just not going to believe you. I'm going to know and trust and believe that the reason I have this desire is because I can have this thing that I want. I wouldn't have this desire in me if it weren't possible for me. And I believed that through and through. And, you know, as a Muslim, we have what is called tawakkul, which is like absolute faith that even when things look bad from our human perspective, even if we feel like our desire's over here and like we're way over here and like the roller coaster is taking us on a ride, we are trusting that like Allah is getting us to where we're going. That like no matter what the circumstances look like they're saying to us, we are choosing to believe and to have faith that whatever we are going through is getting us where we need to be. It's getting us to our desires. It is getting us to that life that we believe we deserve, the life that we believe has been promised to us, the life that we are intentionally creating for ourselves. And I swear, like, upon reflection of the start of anything I've ever tried to manifest to the result of actually having it in the 3D, it is the same every time. In the beginning, I had to be delusional. I had to absolutely reject my circumstances. I had to look around me and just go like, la 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 la, I can't hear you. Everything you're saying is wrong. Like, nope, I'm not going to believe you. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to completely ignore you. I'm going to tell myself a different story. Like, you know, if I faced criticism, I would be like, oh, it's just because you don't know. You just can't see what I can see. Or like, if somebody told me I couldn't do something, I was like, okay, watch me. We'll see who's right in the end. Or like, even if there were circumstances with my husband that were like challenging, I would go, this is temporary. And somehow, some way, like, even this is working out for me. Some way, somehow, like, I'm still gonna get what I want. I'm still going to achieve the end result. Like, I'm still going to manifest this desire, and I don't care what the 3D circumstances are showing me. And part of what made that easy for me, aside from just having absolute trust in my higher power, was that I recognized it's my choice whether I see this as a good thing or not. It's my choice whether I have faith that this is leading to where I want it, or whether this is pulling me away from what I want. It's my choice to create the narrative for me. I can either give up and let the circumstances win and tell myself, yeah, you know what, you're right, like, this isn't working, everything is a lie, like, nothing's ever gonna work out for me, or I could have blind faith. I could choose to say, I don't care what my eyes are showing me, because my eyes have deceived me before. And I don't care if people around me can't see it the way I see it, because it wasn't God who put that vision in their heads. He put it in mine. And it wasn't Allah who put that desire on their hearts. He put those desires in mine. And so this is my story. This is my journey. This is my manifestation. I take full ownership of that. And when you realize that you are the only thing standing in your way, you just figure out how to get out of your way. When you realize it's only you saying that you can't have something, and then you start to say, actually, I can have this thing. Actually, I can lose weight. Actually, I can get married. Actually, I can have everything that I want. And not because you're arrogant, or because you're stuck up, or you think you're better than everybody, or you feel this entitlement. No, because you realize you are a blessed being. Like, you are a divine creation. Like, you have been given this power, and therefore this right, and therefore this responsibility to do better for yourself. Like, if you read the Bible, or you read the Quran, or you read the Torah, they all are saying the same thing, that we were designed to evolve, that we were designed to grow, that we were designed to ask for more. We are a species that is designed and divinely inspired and created purely for the sake of becoming more than we think we are, becoming more than we were taught to believe that we are, and asking for more from ourselves. And in doing so, in pursuing your desires, like, you will inevitably grow closer to your higher power. Now, let me just clear some things up, because I do have both Muslim and non-Muslim viewers on my channel. So if you're Muslim and I say things like the universe, or God, or your higher power, or spirit, or source energy, and you don't feel it resonates with you, it's because I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people who are not Muslim, who are not following Islam, who are not following any structured religion. I'm talking to the people who were where I used to be, who have that perspective. And it's perfectly okay for us to accept that we all have different perspectives, and we're all viewing this in a different way, but we're all speaking the same language. We're all manifesting. Manifestation is law. It's something that applies to you whether you're Muslim, whether you are Christian, whether you are Jewish, whether you are Hindi, whether you are Buddhist. Like, it doesn't matter. We are all manifesting. We're all thinking thoughts and taking actions and believing things about ourselves and believing things about the world, and those are creating our life. And so, like, allow people to be in this community together. Like, let's all be together and all celebrate together despite our differences, that like we're all very capable beings, that we're all these beings of love and light and creation and empowerment and faith and spiritual entities that are all here on this planet Earth together. We're all learning together, we're all journeying together, we're all growing together. Like, separation is what has been destroying our species. Separation is what destroys families. Separation is what destroys entire countries. Please do not be separate. Please do not see yourself as separate. And please do not see certain beliefs as better or worse. Like, that is the least Islamic thing that you can do. And I'm saying that as a revert. Like, the animosity that Muslims have against non-Muslims is the reason why so many people don't like us. And it's the reason that so many people are so afraid to revert to Islam, because of that criticism, because of all of those biases that have been created. So I do not tolerate that in my community at all. This is a safe space for everybody to learn about manifestation, regardless of your walk of life. So, you know, again, it's all about faith in yourself, because like, Allah believes in you. God believes in you. God gave you those desires because he trusted you to fulfill those desires. He has given you a piece of himself so that you can multiply, so that you can flourish, so that you can create more from what he has given you. And anytime that you try to humble yourself, or anytime that you talk down upon yourself, you're insulting him. Like, just think about that for a second. He made you so special, and you're gonna insult him? He put all of his time and energy into making you exactly how you are, and you're gonna criticize that? Think about who you're actually criticizing when you do that. And then it starts to not feel so good. And then it starts to feel like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. Instead, you should praise yourself as a divine creation. You should praise yourself as a human being, because we are all infinitely unique. The chances of you existing are so infinitesimally small that the fact that you exist is a miracle. And the more that you can resonate with that message, and the more that you can have this self-appreciation and an appreciation for the experience that you're having, and to really be in that gratitude, and to have that faith that there's something bigger outside of you that is encouraging you to be your best self. Like, you're not just growing for you, you're growing so that everybody around you gets to experience the best version of you. And like, now that I'm married, I realize how many mistakes I made while manifesting my SP. And all of those mistakes were me, had nothing to do with him. He is a perfect human being. Like, bless him, I love him. Everything that he has done in response to me was my fault. Every time that we have not been on the same page, I take accountability for that. You know, every time that I fell off the horse when I was losing weight, there was nobody to blame but me. I can't blame restaurants for selling food. I can't blame the supermarket for selling pastries, because I'm the one who took my dollar and spent it, and I'm the one who took my time and consumed it, and I'm the one who did all of that. And the same goes for like staying in jobs that didn't pay me what I was worth for so long. Nobody was forcing me to stay there. Nobody was like, you have to work here, you have no other choice. I was the only one telling myself, I have to work here, I have no other choice. And so when you really have that faith that it will come to fruition, your desires will come to you, you also have to acknowledge that the only reason that they are not coming to you right now in this moment is you. And that's the hardest part of manifestation, is taking that accountability and going, I've been given these desires, I've been put on this path that will take me to my desires. What's stopping me now? And it's you. It's always going to be you. You are the only thing stopping you. Your beliefs are what is stopping you. So please don't shame yourself. You cannot shame yourself into growth. You can love yourself into healing. And above all else, what you have to understand, what you have to know, what you have to trust is that it has to be true in here and in here before it becomes true out here. Like, when Steve Jobs was like creating his company, And I mean, I'm a personal consumer of his products, so like it's kind of shocking to me as just this random human being who has benefited from this man's work. Like, he had to believe in his mission and his vision, and he had to put blood, sweat, and tears and effort, his vision, and he had to be rejected by people, and he had to face criticism from people. And that man has done so much in spite of all that, because of his own belief in himself, because he believed in his mission, he believed in his vision, he knew he could make it. But before anybody else saw the proof of that, they thought he was crazy. Before anybody else outside of him was reflecting the truth that was inside of him, he had to believe it first. He had to persevere first. He had to hold that vision until the proof became so apparent that everybody had to believe it too. And that's how I want you to treat whatever it is you're manifesting. I want you to just absolutely grab onto that belief and hold on to that faith like it is everything, like your life depends on it. And whether you want to see that as a way to grow closer to your higher power, a way to grow closer to Allah, a way to increase, your spiritual wisdom, a way to grow your soul, by all means, you can see it that way. Or if you want to take a more logical perspective and just see it as, well, I want to make more money so I can help more people, or I can support my family, or I want to lose weight so that I look good, or I want to be in a relationship because I want to keep up with all my friends that are in relationships. I don't care whether that desire seems superficial or it's genuinely, authentically coming from what's on your heart. It doesn't matter. Manifestation works either way. It is all about belief. So keep affirming as long as you're believing. Keep visualizing, keep scripting, whether it's robotic affirmations or you're listening to affirmation tracks on YouTube or, affirmation music, whether you are like scripting imaginary scenes, or whether you are writing letters, or whether you are like scripting as if you're like writing a movie or like writing a novel. Like, if you're visualizing these scenes in your head just before bed, state akin to sleep visualizations, or whether you're doing these micro visualizations throughout the day, or whether you are only visualizing while you're in prayer, I don't care what you do, as long as it's what gets you to believe. That's it. It's that simple. It's simple. It's simple. You just have to be dedicated. I really hope this video was helpful. I have been producing less videos here for you guys just because I am working on courses. And so those courses are going to be SP related, money related, health related, and then like an overall course. I do not have an exact date I'm going to launch them, but fingers crossed as soon as possible. Because when that does happen, I will no longer be doing one-to-one coaching. So this is your final warning. This is your last chance to sign up for either one-to-one video coaching or email coaching with me, because once those courses are released, I will no longer be doing individual coaching. There will be an email in the description box for you to inquire about the coaching services and prices that I have. I can offer payment plans, and I do also create custom courses as well. Custom coaching programs as well. So I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day. I hope that this message landed on your ears in a way where you truly believe in your ability to manifest, and I wish you all the best of luck in your manifestation. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.